News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a suspect is on the loose after assault and battery on a cop. A two-vehicle crash occurs at Smith's. The BOCC discuss animal rights. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Courtney, Salmon. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, December 16th, 2015. I'm Courtney Salmon for News 46. Police held a massive manhunt last night, which began around Simpkins and Highway 160 and has extended throughout Pahrump. Jeff Simmons is wanted after assaulting an officer. Stevens fought with Deputy Tom O'Donnell, who was attempting to conduct a warrant arrest at Stevens' estranged wife's home. Stevens' wife has had a restraining order placed on her husband after years of what she says has been abusive. He reportedly entered her home yesterday without her permission, once again trying to mend the relationship.
I was at the house and Jeff came in the house from my back door, and I had already called the sheriff's department because he's got a warrant and I've got restraining orders, and I've distanced myself from Jeff and have my divorce, ready to go. Just took back over the cancer store, and he came through the back door. My son opened it, not knowing, not to do that, and the officer came in, and Jeff had ran into my dad's room, and then the officer went in after him and they started fighting, and so everybody was bleeding and it was a mess. And all I know is Jeff, he was going after the officer and his gun, and I was trying to stop that, and then I was yelling for him to get out of my house, and so he took off, and they're looking for him. We've distanced ourselves from Jeff. He is not a part of our family. The divorce is going to be filed. We're just right now just trying to keep everything under control with my youngest son, because Frankie is real hurt because he loves his dad, and this is real bad. So we're trying to distance ourselves from Jeff, and this happened, and we really want Jeff to just turn himself in, and not, just all these cops are working very hard, and all the units are out and trying to get him, and this has been a massive manhunt. Jeff has nothing to do with the store. He couldn't take the store over if he wanted to. He doesn't have anything to do with my father's death. As far as the estate, he has nothing to do with anything, and we're divorcing, and the store is very safe. And Jeff, I'm not hiding Jeff. I have no idea where Jeff is. I did get 4 phone calls from Jeff last night and reported him to the police department immediately. He's very dangerous. I think now they know Jeff probably better than I do. When I heard them banging up against the wall in my dad's bedroom, I ran in there, tried to push the door open. I couldn't get through at that point. I called 911 real quick. And Jeff had the officer down, and the officer was not in a position to get to his gun at that point. Jeff was going for the gun. I tried to just keep the gun where it was clipped. The case was over the gun handle to keep the gun in the case, and Jeff and I were pretty much fighting over the gun. I was yelling at Jeff to stop, and they were both bleeding really bad. Jeff bleeding out of his head and going for the gun. More cops were going to come, so he fled. He jumped over, thank God, because I think at any more time, I think Jeff would have got that gun out of that holster. I don't know. I just tried to hold it in. That's all I did, was try to help the officer, because he was down, and it was real bad. But the store is safe. Store is safe. You can come down. We're safe. Everything, I think, will be
open back up tomorrow.
It'll be open at 8 a.m. and it's going to stay open every single day.
The Board of County Commissioners discussed the Tier 1 and Tier 2 multi-pet permit.
The proposal that's before the board, I feel is intrusive. It violates the constitutional property rights of good law-abiding citizens. The problem with these animal conditions are with the irresponsible pet owners. They're the ones who should be pursued, not the law-abiding citizens who take care of their animals. And if they have a combination of six dogs and cats, it doesn't mean they're a problem at all. This would greatly impact responsible pet owners.
And the sheriff is investigating who's poisoning all the dogs out there in that one neighborhood.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm asking is, does it take you more time and effort and more staff to investigate that, or to investigate and make sure that these new laws that we're putting in place are being adhered to? Can you even guess?
Oh, that was a really easy one.
Is it a really easy one?
Yes, it is.
Answer that for me,
Because we
please.
have laws on the books. We have tons of laws on the books that probably aren't used because we don't have the staff to enforce them.
Right.
So the only way that those laws are ever brought up is when we have a complaint.
Yep.
I don't have the luxury, and I don't think anyone in the country has the luxury of going through their NRS or their code book and going out and enforcing laws without a call attached to them.
For me, I have 4 hens with my wife. You know, she has 2, I have 2. That's 4. I think I can have 4 dogs or cats, but I don't want to tell you can only have 4 dogs or cats. But there is a number when on 1 acre that's a lot, and I think 10 is a good number. If you want more than 10 dogs, then maybe we should have animal control make sure that you can handle the 10 dogs. And if you can't handle a $60 fee or a $100 fee, you can't handle having 10 dogs either. I got some people who are way against it shaking their head, they agree with me. So I'd make a motion to reject this resolution and direct staff to get rid of Tier 1. Let's just go to the Tier 2, because that's really where the problems are. So a motion to reject the resolution.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No. Okay, that passes 3-1.
An auto versus pedestrian accident occurred last night on Highway 372.
An auto versus pedestrian occurred last night on Highway 372 right next to Kentucky Fried Chicken. The man on the bicycle reportedly hit the side of the vehicle as it was exiting a driveway. The man did not report any injuries at the time of the accident. Medics checked him out on scene and he was released. No one inside the vehicle was injured. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
One motorcycle rider was transported this afternoon from the parking lot of Smith's after colliding with a vehicle.
A 2-vehicle crash occurred this afternoon inside the Smith's parking lot. A man on side a Harley-Davidson motorcycle was on the ground with reported injuries and was transported to Desert View Hospital as a result. A Jeep Cherokee was reportedly the other vehicle involved in this crash. No one inside that vehicle claimed any injuries at the time of the accident. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
After this break, we'll have your Desert View Hospital health tip.